Slice and dice.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Scott and I'm your host today and every other day as I bring you news and reviews in the world of horror and I throw in a dash of true crime as well. If that sounds like your brand of insanity, subscribe, hit the notification bell and that way you won't miss any of the videos that we release. Over the last couple of weeks I've been talking all about my favourite and my least favourite movies from 2025. But 2025 is over and now we're looking forward to what's coming in this year. What horror movies are we going to get that are going to set the internet ablaze? What ones have we got that I'm really excited about that I think you should be too? Well, I've compiled a list of what I feel are going to be the 5 most impactful films of the year. And big spoiler, Scream 7 didn't make it. I'm sorry. I'm not really excited for that movie. And I think there's a big portion of the audience that aren't either. So if you're expecting Scream 7 to pop up on this list, it's not going to be there, but there are going to be 5 movies that I think are going to be better. And let's kick it off with the first one. I'm kicking this off with Return to Silent Hill, which is the sequel to the original Silent Hill by Christoph Gans, and Christoph Gans is returning to direct this sequel. We're going to ignore the fact that Silent Hill Revelations even exists, because Christoph Gans is doing that as well, because that is an absolute abomination of a movie that should never be discussed. I'm really excited to see what he can do here, returning to the world that he brought to life so well in the original. It's going to be dark, it's going to be gritty, there is going to be a boatload of practical effects in this, and it's going to follow the storyline loosely of Silent Hill 2, the game, which in my opinion is the best game in the Silent Hill franchise. The only concern I have is after watching the trailer, there are some CGI elements that I think need a little bit of touching up, but that may happen before the full release, and if the practical effects are as good as we had in the original, I can overlook some dodgy fire effects and some dodgy leaf effects on a wall and just give this a pass, because I think this is going to be an absolute banger.
You did it, didn't you, Jimmy? You woke him up.
Up next is a movie that I wasn't even really aware of, and that is The Bride, that comes out this March. This is Maggie Gyllenhaal's take on The Bride of Frankenstein, with Jessie Buckley in the lead role as the bride and Christian Bale taking on the role of Frankenstein's monster. These two combined just screams star power to me. This also has Jake Gyllenhaal in it. I think this has got the potential to be movie of the year. It looks phenomenal. It looks so well put together. Christian Bale is incapable of doing a bad movie. And Maggie Gyllenhaal, I think, is going to absolutely knock it out of the park with this. This is going to be right up there with the greatest movies of the decade. And I know that's a bold claim, but I genuinely believe it. If the trailer is any indication of what we're actually going to get, this will be the greatest adaptation of The Bride of Frankenstein or Frankenstein ever put to screen. From that very bold sweeping statement to a very understated, this movie comes out in March and we're all going to love it. It's not going to reinvent the wheel, but man, it's going to be fun. And that is Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. This sees Samara Weaving return to reprise her role and adding in people like Sarah Michelle Gellar and Elijah Wood to a star-studded cast. I'm really excited for this. This is Radio Silence returning to what made them great. Ready or Not was the first Radio Silence production that I was aware of, and then they went on to do Scream 5 and Scream 6 before dropping out and coming back to do this. I'm not entirely sure how, from a story perspective, they're going to get Samara Weaving back into another game scenario, but I am fully in for this, and I think this is going to be an absolute blast to kick off the spring.
I've got someone on the south lawn. We need paramedics over here right away.
Next on the list is a movie that we know literally nothing about, and it doesn't matter. I know it's going to be a banger. Sebastian Vennick's Evil Dead Burn, produced by Sam Raimi as Evil Dead Rise was. I'm pretty sure this is just going to knock it out of the park, the same as Evil Dead Rise did. And Evil Dead 2013. I think the Evil Dead franchise is now one of the most consistent horror franchises of all time. There is not a bad movie in that franchise. Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, Evil Dead 2013, Evil Dead Rise, every single one of them is a 4, if not a 5-star movie. And this, I think, is going to be no different. This is going to be a continuation with a brand new cast, loads more deadites, loads more carnage, loads more blood. This is going to be an absolute smash, and I cannot wait.
Mom,
Mummy's with the maggots now.
This one I'm adding to the list tentatively. I'm excited. It's definitely an anticipated movie, but this is going to go one way or the other. This is either going to be the greatest movie we've ever had in this franchise, or it is going to be the absolute worst thing that's ever happened, and that is Resident Evil by Zach Cregger that we're expecting in September. We don't know what he's going to do. He said that he's not going to use characters from the game, which instantly made me raise an eyebrow because the fans of this franchise are game fans. You need to use those characters, but apparently he's going to tell a completely different story in the Resident Evil world. And I'm really interested to see what he can do. I'm not the biggest Zach Cregger fan. I wasn't a big fan of Barbarian. I wasn't a huge fan of Weapons. But there's no denying he is a gifted director and able to give a twist that you do not see coming. And that for me can work with Resident Evil. So this is a tentative ad as anticipated, but maybe an absolute bag of shite. I'm putting Resident Evil on the list.
Capable of contaminating the entire world has been released.
The final movie on my list of recommendations for 2026 is Werewolf with a U. This is Robert Eggers' dive into werewolf lore, and it comes to us in December. I'm not the biggest Robert Eggers fan. He has had some massive home run hits with The Witch. He's also had some movies that I just went, oh my God. And that's like Nosferatu. I know a lot of people like that. It didn't work for me. So this could be great. It could be bad, but it has got a good cast. He's bringing back Willem Dafoe, which instantly is a win for me because that man can do no wrong. His acting capabilities are way, way, way above 99% of other actors. Also, Ralph Ineson is from The Witch, is making a return in this movie, and he's also fabulous. And they're also adding Lily Rose Depp. I'm guessing Johnny Depp was busy, but either way, she's fabulous too. So I can see this being a very long movie. This is 2 hours, 30 minutes plus because Robert Eggers can't tell a story in less than that. And I think this could be a really good art house horror movie to round off the year.
You deceive yourself.
So there you have it. Those are my most anticipated movies of 2026. Make sure you let me know in the comments where these rank on your list, and if there's any movies that I missed that you think I should be looking forward to, because this is a two-way street. I recommend to you, you tell me shit to go watch too, and then I'll watch it when it comes out and inherently come back and tell you all about it. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when we drop new videos, and I'll talk to you on the next one in a couple of days. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you!